Hey guys, I am here to talk to you about the difference between Dew Skin, which is our daily SPF, which is what I have started already on my face, and Tint Skin, which is our foundation. So Dew Skin should be the last step of your skincare routine, which is your sunscreen. So this is how much I do. Squirt, squirt, squirt. A lot of people I've heard only use 2 squirts or 1 squirt. You don't want to be sparing with your sunscreen. This is your shield. It's protecting you from sun damage. Can protect you from sunburn, but you want to think about this. This is what is protecting you from the daily burning rays that are aging and causing the worst signs of aging to our skin, okay? It's the overall sun damage, it's the hyperpigmentation, it's freckles when we're younger, but as we get older, it's hyperpigmentation, okay? So we don't want to be cheap on this or just use it a teeny tiny bit because it's you're not allowing it to really protect. We've all seen the studies, well maybe we haven't, but something like a full body amount of sunscreen should fill up an entire shot glass. Like nobody uses that much, right? Because we don't want it to be really thick, but we also want to not intentionally use just a teeny tiny bit. This does have some moisturizing properties to it. It has hyaluronic acid, which is great because it helps to fill in the fine lines and wrinkles. So does this. So these two together are amazing. I've had lots of questions on if Dew Skin can be your daily moisturizer. The answer is maybe. I wish I could give a definitive yes or no, but everyone's skin needs a little bit different amount of hydration, right? So I don't recommend using this only as your daily moisture because sometimes the issue can be if you have oily skin, you think, oh, I don't need as much hydration as somebody with dry skin. Yes, that's true. However, if you're not adding enough hydration and moisture to your daily routine, you are actually making your skin oilier because the skin's trying to compensate by being dry, inherently dry and dehydrated, by producing more oil to try to balance that out. So oftentimes I have clients really surprised, like, oh my gosh, I thought the lotion was going to be too much for my skin, but now my skin's not as oily. That's how the body works. So Dew Skin is your SPF. It comes in 5 shades. As you saw when it was on my face, it's a little bit of a cream color, but as you see now that it's rubbed in, it's not giving me coverage. I can still see these little red spots of scars that I have and little hyperpigmentation spots. It is giving a slightly more balanced look and a little bit of hydration and your sun protection. But this is not makeup, okay? This is not your foundation. Don't think of this as like my coverage. This is like just out running errands on a, mom day or whatever, or if your skin is in great condition, yes, you can use this and don't have to use foundation, but if your skin's like that, you probably don't use foundation anyways. For someone like me that does prefer foundation and just a little bit more coverage and evenness, I keep looking at this guy, I use the foundation next. Now, we do have a concealer I'm going to show you. A little beauty hack. I used to always apply my concealer first and then my foundation, but it's actually better to apply this afterwards because then you don't need as much of it. So what I use is I use my travel brush, which keeps it nice and clean because I can just have this in my makeup bag without getting all grimy. So I have my travel brush and I apply about a dime size amount in my palm of my hand. I wear sand, but I can also wear linen. Linen is 1 shade lighter. See, so I have that in there. I take this and I tap it and I start in the middle and I work out and I really put it everywhere. All right, I'm right in front of a window, so it's a little bit bright. But one of the things I love about this foundation is its buildable coverage. So on days that I really need a lot more coverage, I can put a little bit more on. But on days when my skin is doing pretty good, which today it is actually a pretty decent day, I don't need too much. So as you see, it's pretty much gone off my hand. And I'm just kind of tapping. And I have a little helper here. You can stand on the toilet if you want because you're not going to be able to see the camera from up here. There's someone who wants to say hi. This is Valerie's last week of summer break, so she's still home with mom, hence why I'm still in my robe. She gets to go play with dad today. Okay, so as you can see, that's really evened out the coverage. With the hyaluronic acid, the other wonderful thing is, since I put it around my lips, it's gonna fill in the little fine lines and wrinkles that are around the lips. So when I put on lipstick, it goes on much smoother. Same thing with all the little things around the eyes. It really helps with that crepiness. Obviously, I'm wearing eye cream and all of my skincare products underneath, but it really helps to plump up and soften those lines. So last step, if you use concealer, if you need concealer, we have the concealer pen. Woo, I need to clean it. So you just do a pump or two of that, and then you can go in and anywhere where you might need a little bit, you just dab, dab, dab. If you want a little bit on your eyes, dab, dab, dab. The other thing with applying it after the foundation is you're a lot less likely to get that white raccoon look under the eyes, because we've all got bags under our eyes. We're trying to hide, right? But a lot of times people can apply too much foundation here, and then it's like, what's worse, the dark circles or the bright white obvious look? So then I just tap that in and I don't need as much. Where if I would have done this first, I probably would have covered my chin. I would have had a little couple areas on my nose, but really that foundation got it. I know Valerie's telling me to run out. I am almost running out. Okay, hold that, babe. Okay, so that's the difference between Dew Skin and Tint Skin. Dew, dewy look, it's moisturizing, SPF. Tint is going to be your makeup. And then the concealer pen's awesome too. So as you can see, that's covered my redness. It's evened it out. So then I'm gonna start my makeup application. I can't stop looking at my crazy brows. I should have brushed them before I went live. But we're all about transparency, right? So if you have any questions about the differences on that, let me know. Those are two of my go-to products. I try to get everybody on them because they just really are fantastic. I've had so many people transition from powder foundations, which I was too. I use the mineral one that we all think is so good for us. Sorry guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not. I was kind of scared to go back to the liquid foundation route because I thought, ugh, it's gunky, it's cakey, it's just gonna look so heavy, and it really, I don't think it does. Gives that nice finish. So there is also a mattifying powder that you can get to kind of lock that in if you want, but you really don't need to. I don't use a powder on top of it. I just apply my makeup. I usually give it a couple minutes before I apply the rest of my makeup just to let it kind of sit and dry a little bit. All right, y'all. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.